I think a lot of people look at this as like a purely political thing. It's because they kind of look at the timing and they're like, hey, well, you're doing this right after the election. It's like, okay, I try not to like change our content rules like right in the middle of an election either, right? It's like there's not like a great time to do this. It's
right. And you want to do it a year later.
Yeah, it's like there's no good time to do it. There's,
right.
Look, this is the thing. Whoever's in office, he's going to go with him.
Right.
He goes wherever the wind blows.
Right.
Because these politicians, these legislators, they have a lot of power. They can ruin business for Facebook.
Yeah. For example, look at Trump. They persecuted him.
Yeah.
That's what they do to Facebook. But I want to say this. Republicans don't do that. Do they actually put pressure on people to take things down or to stop the spread of certain information?
I don't think so, no.
I have knowledge of doing this is Biden administration, Democrats.
Yeah.
And whatever time is going on, there's going to be, so the good thing about doing it after the election is you get to take this kind of cultural pulse as like, okay, where are people right now and how are people thinking about it? We try to have policies that reflect, mainstream discourse. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is something I've been thinking about for a while. I think that this is going to be pretty durable because at this point we've just been pressure tested on this stuff for like the last 8 to 10 years.
Okay, so he admits he got it wrong. That's a start.
Yeah, you think he admit that he was wrong if Kamala Harris wins that election? She said, wow. Pretty sure he said, wow, we got away with it. We can keep doing it.
Like
right?
These huge institutions just pressuring us and I feel like this is kind of the right place to be going forward.
What was it like when they were attacking you?
So at the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, and like in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's like, oh, no, you have to wear a mask. And, everything was shifting around. It just became very difficult to kind of follow. And this really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program. And I'm generally like pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But I think that while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And
that's crazy.
I was just like, we're not going to do that.
You didn't do that? You didn't take down people's posts that was like criticize the vaccine. Facebook didn't do that.
I'm sure that didn't apply to every post, but yeah, there were videos being taken down, people being censored. I know I've had posts taken down.
Yeah. So he said they were pushing really hard. It's like they was threatening his life or something. I mean, they could say, take it down. I'm the president of the United States. I'm the Secretary of Defense or whoever who's calling you. Take it down. What can they do?
Politically persecute you. Look what they did to Trump.
And, well, I see what you're saying. He's a CEO of a 1.5, I think it's 2 trillion market cap business. His first priority is to his stockholders.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to go wherever the wind blows him.
Right.
Trump is in office, so, okay, let's do this.
Right.
When Biden's in office, the laptop? It's Russian disinformation. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because think about how many people went out there and got the vaccine when they didn't want to, but they were pressured to do it because they had to work. I'm talking about Republicans.
Right.
How many Republicans did that? Because they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm not trying to defend this dude, but this dude's stuck between a rock and a hard place because politicians can make it hard for his business.
Yeah.
They can regulate the hell out of him.
Yeah, they give him a lot of leeway. What was that one thing? Circular 260? What's it?
Something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it protects social media companies against frivolous lawsuits.
Right.
So they can pretty much do anything, and they don't have to be worried. They don't have to worry about getting prosecuted or persecuted.
Yeah.
If they follow whoever's in office, like Democrats, like you said, if Democrats in office, you got to go by what they say. Republicans in office, you got to go by what they say. You got to try to keep both people happy. But to the Republicans' defense, I do not see Trump or his administration telling people to take posts down because they disagree with it. That's a liberal thing.
Yeah, I would like for him to came on Joe Rogan's podcast when Biden was in office,
Right.
and talk like this.
Right.
Show some courage. I mean,
Some integrity.
yeah. I mean, I would call integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Call it integrity.
I mean, it's easy to do it now. Biden's voted out.
When you got something to lose, it's hard to find people that because, like I said, he's the CEO of a company.
It's hard to find people who's willing to do the right thing when they can end up losing everything.
You actually have to incentivize a lot of times, not just Zuckerberg, anybody. In this day and age, you have to incentivize people just to do the right thing.
We're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
that talk
people.
about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration.
That's clear.
These people from the Biden administration would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Oh, did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think
Take it down.
But I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and
He doesn't give any names.
and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They want us to take down this meme of
That's
Leonardo
ridiculous.
DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're gonna see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment, like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we just said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that
all the time.
that are true. And then at some point, I guess, I don't know, it flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point, I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, these guys are killing people. And I don't know, then like, all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating, coming after our company. It was brutal.
Wow.
See, it's coming after him.
Yeah.
It's coming after him. I get it.
A private organization. The government's actually trying to tell them how to run their business and what they can post and what they can't post. Sounds like communism to me. I mean, being a Democrat, that's what I'm saying. These people are not liberal. Liberals always stood for freedom of speech.
They're progressive now.
Yeah, these people are not liberal, they're progressive, which means they're communists.
Yeah, but for him to say that they didn't do those things, y'all did all that stuff and worse.
Right.
Y'all really did. People was getting their Facebook pages deleted.
Yeah.
You could not debate anything.
Yeah.
That's what makes America America's
Pages,
public
our
debate.
Facebook, man, they throttled down our Facebook so bad. I remember one time we couldn't post for like 2 weeks. And right now we can't post because they're saying our content is it didn't fit their requirements, that we was outside the country. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm a United States
we
citizen.
can't monetize.
Yeah, we can't monetize our content.
Yeah.
But we had content taken down because of hate speech.
Yeah, but look at the whole Hunter Biden laptop.
Yeah. You can't tell me y'all didn't throttle it down and remove that content.
Y'all helped that dude win the election.
Right.
Now he's lost. Okay, we need to change this up. Starting to find out some of these things was lies to us.
Right. That's crazy, man. Y'all censored the Hunter Biden laptop. Y'all helped get that man elected. And as soon as he got in office, what did he do? They was coming down on y'all.
Well, they was going after him just like they went after Trump. Mm-hmm. And now, how many people was actually hurt by that vaccine and getting that information out there, a second opinion? Mm-hmm. Like if you had got the vaccine and you had some health problems and you post that video, all the major social media would take it down. Right. Even though that's your experience with the vaccine.
Right. I remember us speaking up out against forcing people to take the jab because when they've already had the disease. Like what was the purpose of taking those posts down?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make
Well,
any
Dr. Fauci said, hey, if you already got COVID, hey, you got to protect yourself. You got to get the jab. I was like, I already had COVID. Well, you still got to get it because this jab,
it's better than your immune system.